dust on my boots and fire in my eye. Left a note and a trail of blood. One shot rang, now I'm covered in mud. We made a pact by the riverside, swore on whiskey, swore we'd ride. But you sold me for a sheriff's gold. Now it's your name that my heart won't hold. We made a pact by the riverside, swore on whiskey, swore we'd ride. But you sold me for a sheriff's gold. Now it's your name that my heart won't hold. Whiskey and the wound, they burn the same. One for the pain, one for the blame. I'm a shadow with a loaded truth. You took my love and stole my youth. Now I ride with ghosts in a hollow tomb. Just me, whiskey and the wound. Our lights flicker like the end of days. My reflection's just smoke and haze. Wanted signs and a crooked smile. I'm headed south, bleeding every mile. Whiskey and the wound, they burn the same. One for the pain, one for the blame. I'm a shadow with a loaded truth. You took my love and stole my youth. Now I ride with ghosts in a hollow tomb. Just me, whiskey and the wound. I see your face in the bottle's gleam, hear your lies in every dream. Can't forgive, can't outrun, the devil knows what I've become. Whiskey and the wound, they never heal. Truth cuts deeper than cold steel. I ain't praying, I ain't proud, but I'll meet you in the dust somehow. Where silence screams and time won't move. It's just me, whiskey and the wound. Whiskey and the wound. I ride through the dust where the dead still cry. Bones on chrome under a bloodshot sky. Poncho torn, my past don't speak. Just a sound of chains and an engine shriek. Ash on the wind, ghost in my hand, rolling through fire on no man's land. Ain't no heaven waiting, ain't no sin. Just me and the reaper, riding in the wind. Smoke in the saddle, rust on the steel. I ain't felt nothing that a man should feel. The churches burn, the bells don't ring. Only vultures pray and coyotes sing. Ash on the wind, ghost in my hand, rolling through fire on no man's land. Ain't no heaven waiting, ain't no sin. Just me and the reaper, riding in the wind. I seen the devil in a mirror's glass. He tips his hat as I thunder past. Graveyard eyes, heart full of coal. A 6-shot sermon for every soul. The road don't end and the night don't break. I ride for nothing that you can't take. Whispers follow from behind my back. Just shadows dancing on a desert track. Ash on the wind, ghost in my hand, rolling through fire on no man's land. No tombstone carving, no last amen, just dust and silence and the howling wind. Black mud where the willows weep, the devil plays dice while the preacher can't sleep. Mama said, boy, don't follow that trail, but the wind smelled like bourbon in a coffin nail. I got bones on the bayou, ghosts in my shoes, howling at midnight, got nothing to lose. The reaper's a friend, we play cards by the fire, trading old sins for a funeral choir. The shotgun's rusted, the moon's turned red, heard my own name in the words of the dead. Bottles near empty, the guilt's running high, and I'd sell my soul for a funeral choir. Got bones on the bayou, dirt on my name, heard my own name in the words of the dead. The bottles near empty, the guilt's running high, and I sell my soul for a last alibi. I got bones on the bayou, dirt on my name, a heart full of ashes, a past I can't tame. The gallows are swinging, the hounds start to bay, and I laugh like a sinner at his judgment day. A shadow in denim, a whisper in chains, no cross on my grave, just whiskey-stained names. You can ride with the devil, but don't take the reins. He'll smile while you're drowning in your own blood stains. Yeah, bones on the bayou, 6 feet 8 deep. When the sins that you carry won't let you sleep, play me one last tune on that rusted guitar, while the crows pick a fight with the burning stars. Out in the dust where the dead don't sleep, riding a path that the sinners keep. Hand on grip, one eye on the stove, dust on my bones, but my soul ain't warm. Got a lantern of the dead swinging from my hand, blowing like the fire in a hellbound land. Can't turn back, no, I make my stand. Now I walk alone with the devil's brand. I don't pray and I don't cry, I just ride through the echoes of a blood-red sky. Every ghost in my shadow knows my name. They whisper like the wind, but I play no game. Got a lantern of the damned swinging from my hand, blowing like the fire in a hellbound land. Can't turn back, no, I made my stand. Now I walk alone with the devil's friend. just let me go. 'Cause I ain't here for peace or grace. I'm dragging vengeance through this place. Got a lantern of the damn swinging from my hand, glowing like the fire in a hellbound land. Can't turn back, no, I made my stand. Now I walk alone with the devil's brand. Riding slow, don't wave, don't ask, just let me go. 'Cause I ain't here for peace or grace. I'm dragging vengeance through this place. Got a lantern of the damn swinging from my hand, glowing like the fire in a hellbound land. Can't turn back, no, I made my stand. Now I walk alone with the devil's brand. Smoke rolls in like Judgment Day. That church behind me gave up and gave way. My bones been dry since the war went cold. Now I sit in silence, watch the fire take hold. This hat's got holes, this coat's got tears. This six-shot rusted still whispers prayers. A man once bled in the skin I wear. Now it's dust and echoes in the devil's air. I got ashes in my veins and a shadow for a name. The wind don't call me brother, just reminds me who to blame. There's a grave with no stone and a soul left unclaimed. And I'll ride this rocking chair till the sky forgets my name. Crows on the roof keep counting sins. They know what I did, where I've been. I ain't no saint, but I ain't the worst. I just buried too many dreams in this cursed earth. The smoke from the steeple screams in the dust. A ghost with a gun, no one left to trust. The fire dies down, but the guilt still burns. Ain't no heaven waiting when the reaper turns. I got ashes in my veins and a shadow for a name. No preacher, no choir, just the howl of the flame. There's a grave with no stone and a soul left unclaimed. And I'll haunt this godless land till the wind forgets my name. Whiskey on my breath, blood on the floor. Preacher man knocking, but I don't answer no more. Old hound howling at the edge of the corn, like he knows the reaper's been here before. There's a devil on the front porch, boots made of bone. He's humming my sins in a six-string tone. Fire in his eye and a grin like fate. Said, son, you can't run, it's already too late. crosses burn in the pale moonlight. Ain't no saving me from what I did last night. My shadow walks faster than my boots can go, and the wind keeps whispering secrets I know. There's a devil on the front porch, smoke in his hands. He's picking out hymns from a backwoods band. Dust on his coat and a voice like chains. He knows my name, he knows my plan. Truth neath the sycamore root, but it grew back twisted in a sinner's suit. Now the crows don't leave and the clocks don't chime, and the devil keeps knocking in 4/4 time. There's a devil on the front porch, leaning it slow. He said, boy, I've been watching since the first banjo tipped his hat, lit a flame in the rain. And I swear I heard heaven cry out my name. Black sunrise and in a bloodshot sky, whiskey ghosts whisper as I ride on by. Dust on my boots and a cross on my back. No doubt where I'm going, just red dirt tracks. Ride me down the devil's road, where the saints don't walk and the cold wind blows. I sold my soul for a song and a spark. Now I chase my sins through the southern dark. That woman cried like a freight train moan, left her tears where the wild dogs roam. Chase smoke prayers in a roadside bar, while I wrestle my fate like a busted guitar. Ride me down the devil's road, where the vultures laugh and the shadows grow. There ain't no heaven at the end of this track, just a rusty heart and a knife in the back. In the bones of the hill, the reaper grins and he's dressed to kill. I ain't begging mercy, I ain't asking grace, just one more mile before I leave this place. Ride me down the devil's road, where the damned all dance in the undertow. Put my name in stone and let it be told, I rode like hell and I died ice cold. Swings easy in the midnight breeze, moonlight carving shadows through the hanging trees. Smoke from the chapel, blood on the stone. They say I died here, but I ride alone. I hear whispers from the gallows calling out my name. Devil's got a ledger, but I won't play a single man ever tamed my soul. They buried my heart with a cross of bone, but I came back grinning from the veil unknown. I hear whispers from the gallows dragging through the dust. Hollow eyes behind me riding on in rust. Thunder in my chamber, wind in my breath. You don't need justice, you just dance to death. Black hounds crying the crows won't land. Lightning rolls like a judgment hand. Don't light no candle, don't say no prayer. When the news starts creaking, I'll be there. And I hear whispers from the gallows, they still call me home. But I ain't their puppet, I ride on alone. Ashes on my saddle, grave in my grin. The dead can't hold me, I ain't born to shame. Sheriff had silver, preacher had gold, but not a single man ever tamed my soul. They buried my heart with a cross of bone, but I came back grinning from the veil unknown. Sheriff had silver, preacher had gold, but not a single man ever tamed my soul. They buried my heart with a cross of bone, but I came back grinning from the veil unknown. I hear whispers from the gallows dragging through the dust. Hollow eyes behind me riding on in rust. Thunder in my chamber, wind in my breath. You don't need justice, you just dance to death. You just dance to death. Black hounds crying the crows won't land. Lightning rolls like a judgment hand. Don't light no candle, don't say no prayer. When the news starts creaking, I'll be there with death. The sky cracked red as I crossed the ridge. Boots full of dust, blood on the bridge. No cross behind me, no light ahead. Just ghosts and fire and the words she said. I ain't looked back since I left that town. Tied my sins to a saddle and burned it down. I ride through ash where the dead still moan. Every hoofbeat sounds like a broken bone. Got a graveyard saddle and a soul to spend. Riding through hell with no God to defend. Every mile's a memory I can't outrun. Chasing justice with a rusted gun. The vultures circle but they never land. They know damn well I ain't no man. I'm a shadow stitched with iron and grief, looking for a name carved into relief. Slow in the spirit, forgiveness don't bloom in cursed terrain. I water my guilt with a preacher's shame, but vengeance grows where mercy died. So alright, Lord, alright. Got a graveyard saddle and a soul to spend. Riding through hell with no God to defend. Every mile's a memory I can't outrun. Chasing justice with a rusted gun. Place where fire don't burn and ghosts give grace. But till then it's just dust and sin. Me in this saddle roaming where death begins. One day I'll find that final place where fire don't burn and ghosts give grace. But till then it's just dust and sin, me in the saddle roaming where death begins.
Fog on a Sunday road, crows fly low where the tall grass grows. They say he came with the word and flame, but he never made it out the same. The town was quiet, the church was cold, the steeple cracked and the bell stopped bold. He preached of fire, sin and stones. Now all that's left are the preacher's bones. They buried him deep without a prayer. No hymn, no name, no soul to spare. But when the wind howls through them pines alone, you can still hear the voice of the preacher's bones. The choir swore it was just the sun, but blood don't lie and saints can fall. There's truth scratched into that chapel wall. Don't dig too close by the weeping stone. Don't walk that path when you're all alone. His Bible's burned, his eyes long gone, but his curse still sings in that funeral song. They buried him deep without a prayer. No hymn, no name, no soul to spare. But when the wind howls through them pines alone, you can still hear the voice of the preacher's bones. So light your lantern, lock your doors, whisper low and tread no more. 'Cause some sins rot straight through the soul, and the ground can't hold what the devil stole. Lock your doors, whisper low and tread no more. 'Cause some sins rot straight through the soul, and the ground can't hold what the devil stole. Turned dry, took the porch, took the frame, took the reasons why. I stood outside with a smoke-stained grin, thought maybe the fire could cleanse my sin. The photographs curled like a paper ghost. She smiled through the flames in the place I hurt most. I poured some kerosene on the old front step, but guilt don't burn, it just gets kept. The photographs curled like paper ghosts. She smiled through the flames in the place I hurt most. I poured some kerosene on the old front step, but guilt don't burn, it just gets kept. Ashes ain't enough to cleanse this sin. The fire took the house but left what's within. Smoke won't rise where truth still clings, and the heat can't melt the weight of flames and things. They asked if I lit it, I just bowed my head. things are better off burned than said. But when I sleep, I see her face in a bed of embers that won't erase. Ashes ain't enough to cleanse this sin. The fire took the house but left what's within. Smoke won't rise where truth still clings, and the heat can't melt the weight of things. So let the flames dance, let the wood decay, but some ghosts don't burn, they just stay.
I was 16 when the mountain called, with a shovel, a lamp, and a prayer too small. Mama said, boy, keep your hands clean, but coal stains deeper than it may seem. There's a ledger down here no one can see, of men who died to keep the lights free. But I made deals in the blackest vein. Now I bleed soot and I breathe in pain. And coughed up stone, my soul's black lungs were never my own. Heaven known echo where dynamite roars, and confession means knocking on hell's back door. The walls gave way with the devil's grin. I saw my sins cave right back in. No priest, no cross, no saving rope, just falling rock and a loss of hope. If you dig deep enough, you'll find the truth, buried in blood and shattered youth. I pray to the dark and coughed up stone. My soul's black lungs were never my own. Heaven known echo where dynamite roars, and confession means knocking on hell's back door. Enough, you'll find the truth, buried in blood and shattered youth. I pray to the dark and coughed up stone. My soul's black lungs were never my own. Heaven known echo where dynamite roars, and confession means knocking on hell's back door. On the hill ain't had no hymn since the preacher died and the light grew dim. Shutters swing like gallows in the breeze, and the weeds now prey on bended knees. I walk through the door full groaning loud, dust in the air like a morning shroud. I lit a match by the altar rail, heard the silence break with a crooked wail. There's rust in the bell and blood on the pew, but it still rings loud when I think of you. No hands to pull, no rope to find, but that sound don't care for the laws of time. I
kept. Each note a price for the nights we wept. There's rust in the bell and blood on the pew, but it still rings loud when I think of you. No hands to pull, no rope to find, but that sound don't care for the laws of time. I come from Maine where the choir once stood, splinters and echoes in old stained wood. Each chime a cry from the sins we kept, each note a price for the nights we wept. So if you hear the toll past midnight spell, no love still lives where there's rust in the bell. Down the lane from Devil's Bend, whiskey worn, no heart to mend. Sky hung low like a preacher's frown, mist rolled in, couldn't turn around. I saw a light just past the pines, flickering slow like old porch signs. Thought it was a soul with a flame to spare, but it was just the wind and a cold bed stare. I see lanterns in the fall, every flame wears the face I lost. But they don't scream, they don't cry, just follow me, my laughter, mine. And I ride, yeah, I ride through the curse I dragged along, with those lanterns in the fall. Used to be a man, now I'm just a name, etched on walls and lips of blame. They said he'll swing or burn someday, guess I chose to ride the other way. And I ride till they shine for the ones I wronged, and for the ones I left too long. They light the path but seal the cost, for every life I double cross. I see lanterns in the fall, every flame wears the face I lost. But they don't scream, they don't cry, just follow me, my laughter, mine. And I ride, yeah, I ride through the curse I dragged along, with those lanterns in the fall. No grave can hold me, no prayer can lift. I'm just a shadow in the mist, with a heart burned black and a soul long gone, still chasing those lights till the break of dawn.